Greetings, Willow Lee Machant here with your Awakening Your Consciousness reading for the weekend of May 11th and 12th. I hope you had a wonderful week and now we're into the weekend. So let's see what we're going to have as a way of guidance from our divine source for the next 2 days. So remember, today I'm going to be pulling 6 cards. That is for the full energy of the whole weekend. So let's get shuffling the cards and then we'll get our 6 pulled. Okay. Let's see what she has for us today. So we're going to pull our 6. Okay. So our first card today is the 8 of Crystals. When we have an 8 of Crystals, this is talking about honing your skills once again. We need to hone our spiritual gifts, the skills that we are still in the process of learning. It could be paying attention more to our intuition, to opening our eyes and having more awareness of the messages that we're receiving from our spirit guides or from the divine source. So today and the rest of the weekend, paying attention is going to be very important, and honing those skills that you already are starting to have. So you may be paying more attention to your dreams, your intuition, and seeing the signs. And our next one is the Adept of Orbs. So when we are looking at this, it is telling us that on your journey, it is good because you are starting to learn how to perceive things in more of an enlightened way. You are also maybe communicating better because you remember to think before you speak, but you're also still wanting to learn more. So just because you're already getting to be adept at things doesn't mean you're already fully there. It's still a time of enlightenment and awakening. So it does take a while to get there, but you're well on your path. So another thing that the divine wants us to know today is to try not to overthink the 9 of Orbs. So try not to overthink things. Try not to sit there and worry about things. You have to trust in the divine. You have to trust that things will go the way they need to go. And if you're going through a life lesson, ask yourself, what are you already learning from this? You're going to get through it a little faster if you can find what your lesson is. But try not to worry so much. Turn those worry thoughts around into something more positive this weekend. So the minute you start to worry about something, think about all the blessings that you already have. That's a great way to stop yourself from being in a worried state. Okay? So try not to overthink and try not to worry this weekend. Our next one is the 9 of Flames. So another thing that we need to remember is that things don't always turn out the way we expect them. But it's not like we're being defeated. It's not like we failed, because we didn't. We have to go with the flow, basically. Sometimes our spirit guides and the divine source are trying to help us get in the right position. Our own spirits are doing it without us even knowing it. But get us into the right place, the right time to have the right experiences So it helps us and propels us on that enlightenment, on that awakening, and will help us raise our vibrations. So just because, for instance, you knitted a sweater and it was your first time to ever knit, but you did learn how to knit, but that sweater came out with one long arm and one short arm, doesn't mean you failed. It means you learned the lesson of how to knit. Now, next time you can learn to read the pattern a little bit better. It's just a learning process. So don't get down on yourself if things don't always look the way that you expect them to look or turn out the way you expect them to turn out. So the next card we have here is another adept, and this is the Adept of Crystals. So this is also being adept at working with the earth energies. So when we are looking at the different energies of the cards, the different suits, when you have crystals, you're looking at earth energy, okay? Acquiring the earth energy. So the flames are fire energy, literally flames, fire, okay? So that's how this works. So when we look at the Adept of Crystals, he is showing us that we are now understanding and learning how to deal with the third dimension so that it's easier for us to raise ourselves to the fifth dimension. We need to learn to raise our vibrations, but when we're adept at taking care of all of our physical stuff, we can then have that time to work on our spiritual stuff, okay? So you're getting there even in the physical world. And final card today for the weekend is karma. Now just remember, karma is something we all work through. We bring things from our past lives. These are things we have to work through. Sometimes we screw up and we have to deal with our karma right away. But karma is about learning. If we don't go through the lessons, we still have to deal with them again later. So what you send out is important. Being aware of your own actions is important. And knowing that karma is the one thing that's always going to happen. You're always going to have karma, whether it's good karma or negative karma. So if we have negative karma, that means we have to deal with something that we didn't learn our lesson, and now we're having to go through something tough again so that we can learn the lesson. So just remember, be more aware of your actions so you don't have karma to deal with in the next lifetime. So let's go over these real quickly again. We have the 8 of Crystals for the weekend. Hone your skills. Keep on learning. You're not done yet, but you're getting there. Adept of Orbs. You are being able to hone your skills. You're having more of a better attitude. You're learning to perceive things better and see the blessings and everything. Maybe you're starting to see the lessons. Also, you're learning to choose your words carefully. So you're communicating better. You're understanding more things. Then don't forget, we have the 9 of Orbs. This means do not worry. Try not to worry. Try not to overthink things. When we overthink things, all we do is make things a mess. And it gets in the way and it can cause a lot of issues. So don't overthink. Try not to worry. Turn your worry thoughts into something positive. The minute you start to have those overthinking moments or those moments of worry or doubt, turn them into something by thinking about the blessings that you have this weekend. The 9 of Flames. Things don't always turn out the way we expect. But just understand that they're turning out exactly the way that you need them to so that you learn your lessons. So don't freak out if something isn't picture perfect the way you saw it in your mind. It's okay. What did you learn from the situation this weekend, okay? The Adept of Crystals. You're getting there. You're understanding how to deal with the third dimension so that it isn't interfering with your fifth dimension. You're learning how to get over the stress and bring in the money you need, take care of the things you need to take care of so that you have that freedom to lift your energies, okay? And finally, karma. Always remember, our actions that we take in our life and the lessons that we need to go through are very important. We need to learn them quickly. As we start to awaken, we will learn them a little bit more quicker. But we still need to make sure we are trying our best to send out positive energy and to do positive action. Try not to do the negative action. And if you do have to go through a life lesson, try to ask yourself, if it's a tough situation, what am I learning in this? The minute you start to understand that it is a lesson, it'll be easier to deal with, and you may feel that it gets over a little quicker for you. So I hope those helped you this weekend. I am always available for personal readings. If you would desire that, if you're in the New Orleans area, I can do a personal in-person reading. If you are not, if you would like a phone reading or a FaceTime reading, I do those as well. Check out my website at willowlemashant.com. And don't forget to follow me on Facebook and on Instagram. And remember to hit the like button on the video and subscribe to this channel. Make sure you hit the little bell so you get notifications when I post another video. I hope you have a marvelous weekend. And until next time, be blessed.